Hi, it's Jim Lewis, CEO of Enhanced Retail Solutions. I hope everyone is staying safe out there. This is the second in our four-part series answering the question, what should we be focusing our analytics on now? Today's topic is how to conduct a store-level review. The purpose of analysis is to answer questions so we can make better decisions. Here are four that we will look at that provide actionable opportunities. Number one, how is store execution? Number two, is inventory balanced across the chain? 3, what does performance look like geographically? And number 4, do specific attributes like fabric, color, or demographics affect selling by region? Answering these questions can have a powerful effect on item and store performance. Let's get started. First, we need data. Usually, this data can be obtained through vendor portals or the EDI 852 document. What we want is store-level data by SKU, the lowest level possible. You need it every week to build a meaningful data set. The KPIs that we want are on hand, on order, unit sales, and average unit retail. Everything else can be calculated, like sales dollars and sell-through. Some retailers don't provide all this data. At a minimum, you want on-hand and unit sales. Sales alone doesn't tell us too much because we don't know how many units that store started with or has left. Okay, first thing to look at, store execution. To me, these are the most overlooked statistics and probably the most important. I want to know how many stores have no on-hand. These are stores that received merchandise and sold out at some point. If there's still time for selling in the season, that means you're missing business. Or even worse, if it's a staple and always supposed to be in stock, something is wrong with the model or your replenishment scheme isn't effective enough. The action step here is to see how long a store has been out and determine how much they need. I also want to know how many stores have inventory but haven't sold anything. Because if most stores have sold something and a handful of stores haven't, it's usually because the product is not presented on the sales floor optimally or at all. The action step here is communicating to the stores to find out if the product is optimally presented. This is a recap that I recommend when new items ship that tracks how many stores are selling and how many are not. It is not unusual for chains with more than 1,000 stores to take several weeks to get to at least 80% of the stores selling. Second question, is inventory balanced across the chain? In this exercise, you need to define some criteria. What's an opportunity, meaning stores that don't have enough inventory, and what is a liability, which is stores that have too much? And what is the optimal model? In our case, we use weeks of supply to define all three. We then show opportunity and liability side by side and determine the dollar value of each. You can do this for a specific item, a group, a brand, whatever level makes the most sense. In this example, the liability outweighs the opportunity. There are several action steps available here. To fix the opportunity stores, you want to determine if business has been missed. Update the model and replenish based on need. We like to look at multiple rates of sale calculations and determine if a store is completely sold out. To fix liability, you want to see if transfers can be done. If not, contact stores to look at improving presentation. Also, keeping track of which stores consistently fall under opportunity or liability should be used to improve their models on future product allocations. A question I often ask is how long is a store out of business before it is replenished? This is where speed and supply chain makes a big difference. If the average is 4 weeks, think about how many dollars in revenue and profit are left on the table. Question 3. Which geographic regions are performing best or worst? In order to determine that, we rank stores based on different KPIs and then come up with a composite ranking. To us, unit sales alone is not enough for a ranking. We need to include sell-through. You could also include revenue or profitability based on your philosophy. Once ranked, you can then see how the rankings differ by product, brand, price point, etc. This is a high-level overview of performance by state. Of course, you can do this at any level. The darker states perform better. Finally, breaking down store performance by attribute can help match the right product to the right stores, reducing the risk of misappropriating inventory in the future. Rankings can change over time, so we recommend tracking that. Integrating third-party data can be a powerful way to improve business. In this example, we tie U.S. Census data to our store-level data. We can then aggregate it to see if there's a specific demographic trait like age, ethnicity, education, or income level that affects sales. Here we look at the demographics of the top and bottom stores. You can see there isn't much difference in age or ethnicity, but there are significant variations in education and income level. Top performing stores are located in communities with high education and income levels. Once we know who a particular product appeals to, we can more optimally distribute it to the stores that have the best chance of selling it, thereby reducing risk. I hope that you found this information helpful. These are insights that you can only get from doing store-level review, not from just looking at top-line information. On the screen, you can see some additional free resources. The primer details more store-level analysis that can help you. Here's our contact information if you have any questions or want to learn more about how ERS can help your business.